has been a guy with it throughout Canada's recent boom. A team that finished in a medal position in the World Cup 2 years ago, had really high expectations going into the Olympics, got knocked out. For the last 10 years, there's been an expectation that Venezuela would compete on a big way. The champions of this competition in 2015, Venezuela making their 18th AmeriCup appearance, but it's not necessarily that. Game 2 of the FIBA Men's AmeriCup in Nicaragua is underway with a tap back by Cabangeli to Trey Bell-Haynes. They screen for Miller. Cabangeli looking for an option. Dribbles toward George. Now back to Miller. Only 5 to shoot. Miller inside, and he scores. First bucket.
Right away, what I tell you, he's going to be one of the most athletic players in this entire tournament.
High screen, Cisneros. Cervantes has the big man on him, pulls up after the crossover dribble. That's crafty on Cabangeli for Venezuela's first pass.
On the switch with Cabangeli, didn't waste any time, left to right crossover, getting up into the jumper.
Cabangeli pulls up and he hits over Gratterol.
And he'll surprise you with that, right? He catches that.
And now a left wing three. Too strong Cervantes, battle for the rebound. Cabangeli tipped it.
I'm not mad at Cervantes there, right? Had the jumper a while ago, the mid-range jumper. I'm going to take the 3.
For 3, Cabangeli. 38-year-old point guard swings it back. Cervantes drives on Mooncat. Now QB on 3, swish.
That's a tough shot. There's nothing more you can say. It's a great shot there.
Passes over 2 defenders. It was tipped, but it found its way to Cisneros for 3. Short, and a rebound Mooncat. David Mooncat passes to Keyshawn George in space. Cabangeli flashes up to the 3-point line. He's got a mismatch. Venezuela switches. George plotting his way inside and one. Never broke a sweat as he made his way to the hoop.
No, and he's so skilled, so talented, right? The patience that he showed on that play there has Cisneros on him.
Is really the guy in charge of everything. Gratterol gets the pass from him. One more to the corner. Cervantes drives off good ball movement and puts it in. Didn't have a clear lane, still scored.
And that's good offense, right? What happens there is, right, he has small, especially him playing the 2, he's going to have small defenders on him like Cervantes there. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Twice now they've gone right to the post up. They get a 3rd look right there on that baseline screen.
Carr has the basketball right now. Bounces it over to George. Step back 3. Got it. 7 points early for Keyshawn George.
Still a nice look by Gratterol, getting Cabangeli in the air. Just got to finish it.
Mooncat, tough move. Missed the shot. Saved by George. Open 3. Carr. Good again. First bucket of the tourney for Marcus Carr. Marcus Carr. Thomas Kennedy in. He's guarding the ball. Up to the wing. Cervantes to the middle. Ascanio 3. Swish. Jose Ascanio from deep to make it a 7-point game. George thought about it, then decided to take it and hits the 3. He's in double figures in the first quarter. Kubian gets a screen, but Mooncat fights through it. Now a contested 3-pointer look is good. What a shot with Carr right in his face. Cervantes hits. Miller drives around his man Kubian. Euro step to the hole.
Crafty. This is going to be great for.
Posting up a smaller defender in Cisneros, turns, and the shot was goaltended by the young big man Medina. The basket will come.
As high as he is, right, being aggressive, being deliberate as soon as you come off of those screens and take advantage there.
Isaiah Mike, mid-range rattles home. Canada with its largest lead so far at 13 points. Darling covers him, bounce pass to Medina, one of the rising prospects for Venezuela, but his pass deflected. Isaiah Mike out and running, over sweep, and he scores, but he came down awkward. We'll see if he can get up. He's still on the floor. The second step. Mijares again. Drive by Kubian. Only 3 to shoot, 3 put up. Cervantes swish. He's been the top scorer.
Have the guys find you instead of hunting your shots.
Kubian over the defense. Gratterol turns it back outside. They get it back to Kubian for 3, and it's good. Great ball movement from Venezuela. 6-5 Venezuela so far in this second quarter. Centeno hands it off, and here is Kubian. Bounce inside, Gratterol, and he scores off the window. Poke away by Mijares, racing down the floor. Cervantes picks up the rolling basketball. Pass inside, Bell-Haynes steals it right back. Mooncat in transition to the rim, and he scores. Big bucket for Canada to stop the Venezuela momentum.
3-on-2 in transition on that 4-on-3, you know, cutting to the basket and getting the easy two as opposed to just settling for the three.
George and Miller went to the rim there, both missed. Now the other way, Mijares with the lay-in, plus the foul. Mooncat collides with a midair, and one for Venezuela.
And Venezuela been hanging around, right? Hanging around and capitalizing.
Graterol has a smaller Miller on him, dumps inside, and a recovery block there. George came over for the swat at the end of the shot clock to deny. Over to Kabengele. He'll go to the rim and score, plus the foul. Fianu Kabengele.
Man, you gotta love how intense he plays.
Canadians weathering early second quarter storm from Venezuela. Trey Bell-Haynes three, good, and they've reestablished their largest lead of the game. Bell-Haynes is going to help him out this far from the hoop. Draws two defenders. Kabengele hoists and hits. Kabengele with 14. Instead, it's a rebound for Leonard Miller in Canada. Across the court, George has room, attacks Graterol and puts it up over the Venezuelan center.
And that one dribble, that power dribble, use that shoulder, use that aggression, that force for the two.
Cervantes with 10, passes Kubion over a double team. What a shot, David Kubion. Their captain into double figures, but Venezuela still trailing by 16. Miller to the rim with the left hand one. Leonard Miller hooping the harm, and he looks to complete a three-point play with Canada up 18.
So good, right?
George going right back to the mismatch. Wilcher, Guerra pokes it away. Great play by the guard, poking it away from his center. Mijares gives it off. Cisneros three, and a rebound for Darling. Carr back to George. Loses his man. Step back triple. He got it.
Hey. He's attacking, so that paint opens up. If he gets one step, you see George here showing you that behind him.
Now a deflection, but it goes back to Venezuela. Good up fake, and a three. Mijares is good. Big response for the Venezuelans. Wilcher mid-range, and he stuck it.
He's got to make that one.
Canada breaks the full court pressure. Thomas Kennedy in now, and his pass to Keyshawn George. Across the court, Wilcher, another mismatch with a guard on him. They switch it. Darling, three is good. He did not hit a three. Wilcher for three, and good.
That's nice.
Wilcher with a big contribution off the bench. Former Gonzaga Bulldog. Now with three, Mijares off the window. Venezuela will take it as they cross the 40-point mark with that three. Isaiah Mike waiting to check in for Canada. As a lob goes up and Kennedy just missed it, kicks out to Nate Darling. Now a pass to the middle, picked off on the other side. Jose Escaño waits to check in for Venezuela. Dump off, Cisneros jam.
George didn't want to pick up that unsportsmanlike foul. The rules are a little different between NBA and FIBA, right? So getting by and creating that 2-on-1 situation.
Carr for three, it's good off the pass from George. They're running action for Darling, they get it to him. Now Wilcher on the extra pass. Venezuela with good rotations to cover it up. Wilcher inside, Kabengele has to hoist in a moment. He'll go inside and it's deflected away. Canada's gonna have to get it in and get it up quick. Mijares up top. Across the court, Escaño three, good. For Venezuela, the inbound pass there by Mijares. Medina on the floor. Here's Centeno inside for a flush. In transition, Helion Centeno.
And you know, Canada trying to show a bit more pressure in the
Unsure if that was a shot or a pass, but Canada gets it back.
You know, but I'll take it because he tried to get a low post touch. Clock was winding down, put it up, but that's where he caught that basketball, is where you want him to continue to catch that basketball. I want to see him do that the rest of this tournament, just establish himself in that low block.
Haynes inside, fakes off his man. Coming in, nifty move by Cubion, bouncing it off a Canadian on the inbound and taking it out to the three-point line. Cifuentes to Medina, he tried it again, and this time it was blocked by Cabangele. Miller, two-hand jam in transition. Haynes in transition, Miller with another layup inside. Now Cifuentes back to Mijares. Escanio with a good cut, good recovery. Mooncat deflects it. Possession scrambled. Mijares gives it off, and Gratterall somehow turns that possession. Gets a switch. Mooncat screened by Gratterall, dragged into the key. Bediako on Cifuentes, and he blocked it. They're going to call a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Mooncat, and that'll be his fourth. So they called it a jump ball, not a foul on Mooncat. That was the source of his frustration. And now Haynes, straight line drive, kick out, George for three, and good. Keyshawn George dominating. The biggest threat to his double-double bid is not enough points. The assists are coming easy for Haynes.
Well, he's got about 4 minutes to figure it out.
Bounce inside, Cifuentes. Is that a good one? He follows his miss, gives it up. Gratterall scoops it in his college days out of Brampton, Ontario, in the Toronto area. George working off the left hip of Mijares, missed it. Bediako flush, his first bucket. He's on an emphatic one in the AmeriCup. It's over to Mike. Now Blair gives it off. Darling back to Blair. Both are great shooters. Blair for three, and he stuck it right on cue. Double crossover, Carr inside, looking to give it up. Blair wide open, and he got it. Here. Mijares inside, nice move, recovery block, Bediako, and it'll be Venezuela ball with it doubled. Mijares fakes up Carr, his three over Bediako, no good, and the Canadians take their first game of the AmeriCup, downing the Venezuelans 88.